Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cendric, and I'm doing a video on Performium today to show off the first part of the Great Wall of Performium on the Enchanted server. For those of you who don't know about Performium, it's a Minecraft server. You can play it at mc.performium.net. It is ran by RGA Gaming and Doni, both of which have YouTube channels, which I recommend checking out. I'll put their links in the description below. So, I started this project because, well, anytime that you're playing on a big Minecraft server, you want to have projects or be involved in something. Some people choose to do PvP. I personally choose to build stuff because I can't stand PvP. So, I decided to build a wall from world border to world border, and I'm not even halfway there. I am currently sitting at a little over 3,000 blocks built out of 10,000, so I still got quite a ways to go. However, because it is such a lengthy project, I'm breaking it down into different sections and opening up each section to the players on the server as they kind of go through. So here is the last keep along the wall, and we'll start from here and head back. Each keep is going to have a village, and then for some reason one of my golems is on fire. That's kind of interesting. Okay, anyway, they just took out a zombie. Each village is going to have villagers that every player on the server will be able to trade with. And just in general, some players are going to create shops along the walls. The gates will be open to everybody. I still got some work to do along the top of the wall here as far as building the stand that everybody's going to stand on to, be able to shoot arrows and everything over the wall. I'm trying to convince admin and such into doing some invasion events and stuff like that. The rail system here, I've still got to do some work on this just to clean this up a little bit better. Everybody will be able to push this button here, dispense a minecart, hop in the minecart. It will take you right to the next keep and village along the wall. Here, if you can see, we have some kind of weird bug going on. There we go. A little bit of lag there. There's little switchbacks here, and basically anytime that you try to go the wrong way, it will automatically kick you over to the other side and put you on the right path. The reason for that is so that way we don't have a lot of traffic jams. And apparently I need to clean up some vines along the wall here because, yeah, walls should not have those. And that was a weird visual glitch. Oh well. As you can see, we're getting ready to come up to the next gate here. And don't worry, I'll fly back along the wall, just kind of show you. I'm just showing off the rail system right now. Do ask for a little bit of patience and a little bit of forgiveness here, as I have never recorded a YouTube video before for gaming or, well, pretty much too much of anything else. As you can see, it kind of goes through some different biomes, and of course I do have to clean up a little bit, because dirt, vines along the wall, you kind of want it to look seamless. And so, I've got some cleanup to do. However, that's a project for a later time, as I'm just trying to get the wall built. Clearing out large swaths of, forest, of course, to be able to build the wall, because you don't want trees next to your wall. And the hope is that everybody will be building homes near the wall, like somebody started a house down there that wasn't there earlier. And in general, just have fun with it, build shops, etc. And hopefully not grief the crud out of it, because, this is a pretty intensive project. As you can see, one of the admin on the server apparently decided to make me a little NPC standing on top of the tower. Each one of these castles is named after one of the admin staff. So in this case, this is Mac's Keep. Our Mac the Mac, one of our resident head admin there. Each keep, as you go into it, it's going to have like little blacksmithing areas and forging and stuff. And I'm going to put some shops in there at some point. They're also going to have, like little more things. But more importantly, they're going to have full enchanting rooms. These are set up to give you the max level enchants that you can possibly get, and everybody can use these. You don't even need we don't need to set any kind of permissions. Nice little way to, help the player base out. And they're all decorated to a certain extent with different things. Like, beds, just like they would if they were actually staffed by, actual guards. And the general idea is just to have a little bit of fun with it. And then got myself a little tower over here. And looks like Mac made himself a little guy to have a little fun with. The other thing here is, and this is the reason why only staff and myself have permissions on these keeps. Everybody has access to the villagers and stuff out in the villages, but the whole reason why staff and I are the only one with access to the keeps is because of, well, this. As you can see, nice little doorway there. Flick the lever, everything closes up, and the floor turns to lava. A little death trap, a little bit of added realism there, and of course, flip switch, comes all back, path comes back out. And of course, we got more villages, guarded by a bunch of iron golems that, for some reason, all clump up by the well. I'm not necessarily the best builder in the world, so, don't judge the houses too harshly, but, whatever. They are what they are. And the idea, like I said, is just to get it built. Trying to cover large mountains, of course, is a pain. It's either go through them or go over them. And considering that this is a giant wall, we're going over them. This I do have plans for. Not quite sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, but there is going to be something in here for the players at some point. I've been taking requests from the staff on how they want their keeps built. This particular one, I'm not sure if the individual is staff anymore, but they kind of wanted a dark blue shadowy style keep. And then of course, almost stopped flying there for a second. This one, as you can see, also has the max enchanting room. And of course, the village below guarded by golems. I know some of you may be wondering why I didn't make the villages bigger. Comes down to a matter of claim blocks. Well, I have a ton of claim blocks available for the wall. I still have a large amount of the wall to build, and I don't want to use up all my claim blocks on the few villages I've built so far. And some more stuff people will look like they're building over there. And then this keep is Revelation's Keep, actually. We call it Revelation's Rise. He has a nice little room up here, which at some point we'll have to convince him to put an NPC of himself in there. But once again, max level enchanting room. Nice. Those are finally starting to fill up. What's in the shulker? Oh, ton of enchanting books. And some chests and some coal. I forgot those were there. I'll have to collect those at some point. This one doesn't have anything special for the gate. However, does have a nice little defensive section that you're going to have to fight through in order to get into. And then, of course, that main gate closes. And then, once again, you also have a village with a bunch of villagers. Unfortunately, on this server, I do have to name all the villagers. They have mob stacking turned on, so unless I name the villagers, they stack up. And, you know, just cause issues. And I thought I had more than 3 golems in this village. I might have to add a couple more. So anyway, that's Revelations Rise's keep. We got some anvils over there, a whole bunch of other stuff in the towers. Feel free to actually come on and explore it. Little boathouse here. At some point, I am actually going to put a dispenser in here with a button that will shoot out boats for people to actually start using and sailing around the world on. Is the plan with that. And then, nice big ocean crossing here. And I thought that was something interesting to do, is just to add in a little bit of, you know, lighting below hand. So unfortunately, the chunk load distance on this server sometimes lags out a little bit, especially when you're flying fast. So, you know, not always able to load chunks as fast as you're going. This is the largest keep along the wall so far. This is Stetisport. She was one of our senior admin, or he was one of our senior admin. Do believe he stepped down, but I'm going to continue to keep the keep named after him. And he does have permissions to alter it if he decides to come on and mess around with it. I still got some decorations to add in there, so this one doesn't have all the services available quite yet, but that should be available by the end of this weekend. Unfortunately, this week is a really busy week for me. I have a ton of family birthdays, which is always a lot of fun. Just it eats up a lot of my time. And as you can see, we have the village guarded by, you know, golems and a bunch of villagers that everybody will be able to trade with. And then continuing along, once again, this rail system will extend from world border to world border, which will be nice for people who don't have /fly like I do. Make it a little bit easier for them to get around the world. This is just a little fun thing I decided to add in. You know how you always have the lovers drops and everything, or the tails of the lovers drops. And so basically this is a tunnel through the mountain. You run through, little warning sign there, and why you fall down and die. And somebody did something here. I'm not sure what this is, but and it's not claimed. Interesting. So somebody decided to add a little something there, which is kind of interesting and cool. That's kind of the whole idea. As long as they're not griefing it, build stuff around it that looks cool. I might have to extend my claim to protect that. And then back along the wall, as you can see, a bunch of different things there. And keep right before the next ocean crossing. I call this one Land's Fall, just because the way it kind of looks like the land falls right into the ocean here. Nice little keep. Once again, you're going to have an enchanting room in there. Beds, other services available. I do believe I have some anvils, etc. in there. Nice little tower kind of jutting out, looking out over this. Like I said, one of the general ideas is that, you know, invasions will happen and people will have to defend the keeps and defend the villages. Otherwise, services will be lost. Nice little village here. That's kind of why I decided to go to basic villages, because this took way too long to build. There was a lot of help with this one, but it still took a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of resources, and just the wall won't get built if we spend way too much time building villages and ships and all these other fun things. Then, once again, cross another big ocean crossing, some lighting underneath. Nice little swampland here. And this is the Keep of Roses. We decided to name it after Yukina Rose. And, the name just kind of didn't mesh well with a keep name, so I called it the Rose Keep after Yukina Rose. Nice little tower that is still being worked on. The general idea with this keep was that it is supposed to look like it's being renovated, and that, there are some issues with it that don't make it quite as defensible as it should be. Like it's ran down, it's been damaged, it needs to be repaired. For some reason, there's a llama inside, which, whatever. And, of course, people are building near it. But the whole idea was that this keep is supposed to look like it's old, it's run down, it's beat down, and is in the process of being renovated. That's the reason why that one looks the way it does. This, like I said, is the pathway that's supposed to be along the top of the wall. As you can see, I've gotten started on it. But nice little place for everybody to stand and, shoot at mobs. Ooh, skeleton horse. And so, the idea is to, in general, just fend off invasions and have fun with it. Now, the nice thing about the Rose Keep is, of course, you got the village. I wanted the village to look like it was older than the other villages, hence why it's made out of stone, not wood like the other ones are. But if you come down here, follow the path into this nice well-lit torch cave. If you see the monster, you can kind of see what we're getting at here. And down. It is ways down. But an end portal. Which, just to kind of make everything nice and easy for everybody. I should probably heal myself. There we go. And, of course, people have been building in the end for quite a while now. But, just a nice little thing to basically allow people to get here without having to do warp end or anything else. Once the wall is complete, I am going to try and convince them to do a warp wall to the central keep. So that way, everybody can just quickly and easily get to it without having to be teleported by somebody that has a home set here. Now, this is going to be... I'm not going to tell anybody exactly what's going to go on here, but needless to say, keep your eyes peeled in the future here once this place is built up. It'll be a nice little fun thing underneath the wall, possibly. But the clues on how to get into it and everything else are going to start here. Pay attention to the signs or other clues in the room once this is fully built. So, anyway, now that I've finally gotten the recording stuff actually set up and working right, I'm going to try and record at least one video a week showing the progress along the wall and how different things that I'm doing with it, etc. Just kind of keep everybody updated on it. So stay tuned. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you do, give it a like. If you're wanting to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. I will, like I said, continue to try to post once a week. Of course, I have a family, so, there are monkey wrenches that can get thrown into that. And like I said, if you're looking for a Minecraft server to play on, Community here is really great. Go to mcperformium.net, or sorry, mc.performium.net. As you can see on the top of the screen there, they got the link up there. Go check out RGA's videos. Go check out Doni Bob's videos. Another good individual that does a lot of streaming and YouTube videos on our server is Oceana Sky. Definitely go check out her videos. She's an awesome person. And I will catch you all later.